3.
My name is Brianna Jackson, and I will be giving a tribute to the men and women who participated in the Vietnam War. The Vietnam War lasted about 21 years. It went from 1954 to 1975. This war was costly not only in money, but also in the lives of those that went over to participate in this war. The Vietnam War started because the United States had a strategy or a plan put in place during the Cold War for the containment of communism to keep it from spreading throughout the world. When Vietnam split into North and South Vietnam, North Vietnam was communist, South Vietnam was not, and North Vietnam was trying to push their communist ways into South Vietnam as well as throughout the world, so the United States stepped in to help prevent that from happening. But they're not the only country that fought in this war. France fought in this war. North and South Korea fought. The Philippines fought. Australia, New Zealand, the Soviet Union, and other countries that I didn't even mention participated in and fought in this war. But not only did they participate in funds or sending weapons or food, they also participated in by sending their people to fight in this war that necessarily didn't really have a whole lot to do with them. Of the soldiers, the people that participated in this war, the United States had over 2,594,000. That's just from the United States that went over. Unfortunately, 58,220 of those soldiers were killed in action. When they came home in caskets. Some of them may not have even came home at all, just because of the fact that there may not have been anything left. And on both sides, 1,475 million were killed in this war. Wounded from the United States was 303,644 that came home wounded. And on both sides, 2,094 million went home wounded from both sides. There are also 1,614 approximately that are still unaccounted for, from Americans that are still unaccounted for. They were never found. They were taken prisoner of war, and they were never heard or seen again. But the ones who participated, they weren't just soldiers that went out and fought. There were also officers and advisors, nurses and doctors that some people may not give credit to because they didn't fight, but they saw at least some of it, if not all of it, if they were out in the field some. Today, upon their return, the veterans were not treated as heroes as they were in World War II. In World War II, when they came home, they were praised and honored as heroes. But the Vietnam War, when they were coming off of the planes, there were demonstrations against them. There were protests being done. They were being spit upon as they were walking off the planes coming home to a country that they should have been treated as heroes as. And they were not. Upon their return, 150,000 were wounded or amputees. So they lost limbs in this war. And 21,000 were permanently unable to work, whether because of their injuries or because they had post-traumatic stress syndrome or PTSD. They were just unable to work anymore, and so they were homeless. And this war, the Vietnam War, caused such division in the United States that people just want to forget about it now. Nobody wants to remember it. Nobody wanted to remember it. Nobody wanted it to happen. And so because they tried to forget this war, they also forgot the men and the women who went over and fought and participated in this war. They were being forgotten as well. They were not receiving the help that they deserved. But today I'm proud to say that these veterans are now being honored as heroes.